If you're a coach or consultant and you are selling high ticket packages, this is something that you need to listen to. My buddy, Zach Babcock, he came to me recently and he said, well, I'm not ready to start selling high ticket because I don't have my video studio ready. I'm still redesigning my website. I'm still getting these other things kind of in order. And I told him, it doesn't matter. I have sold high ticket for years. Let me tell you, what is the key to selling high ticket? The key is having other people that trust you. It's not how fancy your camera is. We're literally right here in Vegas. I did this to hopefully capture your attention, but it's the trust that people have in you. When you show who your tribe is, when you show the people that you honor, and that trust occurs over many years, you'll find, as those of us who do know that have sold high ticket, these people will sign up for your program without even knowing exactly all the details. So we've had a dozen people this year sign up for our AI apprentice program, running their kids through our program. And they don't know exactly what it's going to be. And we don't know exactly what it's going to be either. Why? Because the tools change, because techniques change or whatnot. But we do have a clear goal. We want to be able to equip their young adults with these AI tools so they can grow their businesses, so they can run a team, so they can become entrepreneurs, so they can network with other people, so they can learn the fundamentals of business, right? And these other people who have signed up for our high ticket coaching program, every one of them have said, I signed up because I trust you, because I see who you're with, because I see the examples of the other people that have come through your program. And they didn't come to a landing page. They didn't come to some glossy website that had lots of things. For many years, I didn't even have a website, which sounds ridiculous. I didn't need to have a website. So if you are selling high ticket, so high ticket is anything over $10,000, you understand that it's not the shininess. In fact, the smaller the room, the more raw it is, the more people feel like there's more value. If you have, say, high net worth people that are in your group, the people whose time is the most valuable, so folks who have businesses that are $10 to $100 million, they don't see $10,000 to $50,000 as particularly high ticket. Now, someone who's only making $10,000 a month, they're not going to sign up for your $10,000 a month program. I mean, maybe they can max out their credit card, but you don't even want them as a client because it's going to be too much. It's too much pressure for them because they're just trying to make payments on the other stuff. They can't afford to invest in ads, invest in, not like, OpenAI or Claude credits are really that expensive, right? But remember, high ticket, it's mainly about the trust. The trust is what causes people to join your program. If you have clarity on the result of the program, the transformation that you provide, when people come to your program, they start here and you're very clear about what that situation is. Like, for example, for us, you have a young son that you want to take over your marketing, and then you see examples of other young adults that we've taken from A to B, and there's a clear pathway to that, and we've published that. That's the main thing that you need. And there's way more trust when you have your clients and your community doing that marketing for you, if you will, than you saying how amazing you are and whatnot. And just gather that. Gather that through a podcast. Gather that through recording your coaching calls and getting permission to be able to share the results. And I love honoring our young adults and what they've done, which is great because it reinforces, because it brings in more A-player young adults. There are young adults that want to join our program and we say, no, I don't think it's a fit for you. But rather than tell them that, they can see the caliber of the people that are joining our program, and they can see, like, am I a go-getter like Marco Cipla and Ethan Vandehei and Brennan Agronoff and other people, right? If I can see who these other people are, I can see what they're doing. And so it's kind of self-qualifying. So the more you're able to show who your crowd is, the more you can show that this particular audience is the one that I serve. People will just know it's a fit because of their identity, because they identify with who you are. I was mentioning Zach Babcock, and he is a tattooed guy who got out of prison, I think 12 years ago, something like that. And he had 2 twin boys that are now 12. And he's starting a podcasting business with his 2 boys. And they just signed up in our program today. And he was saying, well, how do I sell my program? How do I I haven't been regular on social media. And I said, it doesn't matter, Zach. It's all about the relationships that you currently have. Make a 1-minute video, kind of like what I'm doing here, except this is not 1 minute, and talk about what your mission is and why you're starting a new business for this podcasting, because you care about your family, you want to be able to work with your kids, you've got a lot of podcasting experience, you've proven that you know how to do that part, how to edit videos, how to set up a studio, and you can do that for other entrepreneurs that want to be able to leave a legacy, want to build community value. I think he calls it amplifying authority, or acquisition authority, acquiring authority, something like that. But that's a clear mission. There's a clear archetype, unless he can sell high ticket to that. And that was a big unlock for him today. And I hope that's an unlock for you. So if you have not sold high ticket before, it is completely different than selling $200 a month packages or $1,000 coaching programs, because high ticket is based on you personally being there, based on the trust, based on the level of transformation, not on how many courses and modules and whatever you have, but on the fact that you are personally guaranteeing that people will be able to move from A to B. And the value of that transformation from A to B is what people are paying for. Not the shiny, glossy stuff, not that there's 50 lessons inside a YouTube video, but the fact that there are humans that are involved, there's a clear pathway, other people have done that particular thing. And I think you'll find that with AI, high ticket becomes even more valuable, even more rare. People are saying that courses are dead. Yeah, most course creators are dead because they're just selling free content on YouTube. Like, why would I pay for content when it's for, pay whatever for your course when I can get this stuff on YouTube? It's because there's a real human behind it, because there's some coaching that's involved, because there's a transformation, not because it's information. And you're showing that there's some level of exclusivity, there is some level of ongoing curation where people join our program. We're using lots of AI tools, and by the time you see this, it might be a different set of AI tools, but they know that I am personally there watching over it, and they don't have to watch over all the changes with all the different tools and whatnot. So the more changes there are, the more trust there is as a filter in being able to make sure I know who I'm working with. Like Jeff Hughes grew his law firm, family law firm, to $20 million, and then started Rocket Clicks, which is a digital marketing agency that serves family law firms. And he's run 2 of his boys through our program already. And why did he do it? Based on trust. It's not like, he runs a digital marketing agency. It's not like they don't know digital marketing, right? But there's trust that comes from relationships because of common friends that we have, because common people in the industry. So I bet if you leverage the industry relationships that you have, if you honor the clients that you have, if you take Zoom calls and all the things that you've ever done and turn them into SOPs, and the AI agents can do that, then you package that into a very clear offer. Now you have a high ticket, clear package you can sell, because there's a transformation, being able to go from A to B. And now you just need to make sure that that pathway is clear, that people don't fall off along the way, which is mostly qualifying. If you bring in the right people, that's probably the most important thing. I found in the beginning when I was selling high ticket, I would just take anybody. I'd say well, this guy's got 20 grand, okay, sure. But that's gonna be a refund for you. That's gonna be a headache. If you bring in the right people, and so you have a clear archetype, you clearly qualify, just because you need money doesn't mean you should just try to say yes to everybody or make payment plans, or can you adjust it like this, or do a 2-for-1, or no, if you keep that clear, your high ticket will then be able to fuel your ability to build a SaaS, right? A software as a service, your ability to start an agency around it, your ability to do other sorts of programs. I think high ticket's probably the best way to start. Even if you've not done something for a long time, if you can show the commitment, if you can build relationships, I think you're going to find that your $10,000 customers are way better than your $1,000 customers. The less they pay, the more they want. And those of us that have sold high ticket, we know that $1,000 a month customer who's like calling you twice a day, asking for the world, like, I put my whole life savings into you for this $1,000. You do not want that kind of pressure. Like, your reputation and trust and all these things, of course, is what sells the program, but you need to deliver on that program. So the combination of this trust, the delivery funnels back into the trust, and now you've got a beautiful reputation enhancing system, and you don't have to worry about landing pages and software and all that kind of stuff, because you just make videos like this, honoring other people, talking about what you do, and now you only work with people who really want to work with you. On your qualifying page, when they come and book a call, you don't just try to convince them, or if you get them onto a call, you're not trying to increase your close rate, you're trying to disqualify as many people as possible. So the people that do come to your 15-minute strategy call, they are absolutely serious. They know the price up front. Yeah, tell them the price up front, right? That way there's no like having this long discussion and then at the end it's like, oh, what's the price? What's the price? Because they're all wondering what the price is. No, here's the price up front. And I think you'll find that it's just so much better when you talk to people that they already know the price, they meet the archetype, you don't have to make all these exceptions. These people are already successful business owners. You're rendering a service that creates a significant impact on their business, and their reputation is what drives even more people to come into your program. I hope you found this helpful. I'm Dennis Yu. I run the Marketing Mechanic YouTube channel. Hope you come check it out. Like, share, subscribe. Let me know. What do you think?